Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to this new video, in which I'm going to do a little bit of a different video or different type of video. This was requested quite a bit. First of all, this is a weekend video, which is normally something I will not do. I'm recording this Saturday evening, but it will probably be updated or uploaded on Sunday. So I hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great Sunday. But in this video, I wanted to talk about 3 stocks. And there's more stocks I look at. I mean, for example, a company that I'm very interested in is Uber, of Uber Eats, and Uber, of course, the taxi company. So I could make videos like this more often, right? Because I do quite a lot of fundamental analysis and I do quite a lot of fundamental research. So there are these coins. Or these stocks, my apologies, I just got back from crypto, that I'm very interested in. So if you're interested in more content like this, let me know. But in this video, I wanted to talk about 3 stocks that I'm interested in buying. One of them I'm already actively buying right now. 2 of them I'm waiting for a pullback. I'm a relatively patient trader / investor. I would say that these are more investment opportunities rather than trade opportunities. Although we will focus and we will talk about some specific levels as well that I think are great trades as well. But we will talk about that, right? So in general, like my main investing strategy is very boring and it's just buying ETFs. But I also, I like to get a little bit more weight of my portfolio in companies that I fundamentally and technically as well, because all of these are technically, well, not all of them. The last one, which is my favorite, is not very much technically very bullish right now, but all of them are technically looking good as well, right? So it's a good mix between fundamentals and technicals. So now I might look to my left sometimes because I have some notes there that I want to talk about regarding these companies. First company that we'll talk about is Microsoft. I absolutely love Microsoft. I think their leadership and their CEO, etc. I think those are great, and I think the market is also pricing that in. I mean, at this point of time, what you can see is that Microsoft is trading higher than we were trading January and December. And there's a couple of companies that are trading higher. Not all of them, but a couple of them are. So what I see quite a lot online is that people are saying, well, no, these have already rallied, so others will. But no, I see that as a sign that the market says that this is very strong. And outside of that, the data, the financials for Microsoft are very great as well, right? So that's kind of outside of the feeling section, which I feel great about the company. I feel great about the leadership. I feel great about the decisions they're taking. But their AI and cloud services are growing rapidly as well. They're doing great things with that. Those 2 things are going to, well, they're already massive, but obviously they are growing. So Microsoft having a very good position in those markets is amazing, right? And if you bundle it up with the confirmation that the market has already given, and the leadership, but also a long sustained track record is something I like very much about it. And they're doing some major buybacks, which is, good for the price of the stock as well. I think Microsoft is a great company to buy. Now with this one, I'm waiting for a pullback, right? So ideally, like the first support level is right here between 480 and 475. Ideally, we're going to be able to get a buy-in between 455 and 440. That's what I'm waiting for right now. I think long-term, that's an amazing buy area. Now, the second project or the second company is a little bit strange. It's JP Morgan, all right, which with interest rates going lower probably later this year, might seem like a bit of a weird choice, but I have several reasons for this. Now, first of all, again, what I usually have in my investment choices is some sort of personal bias, right? And personally, I think Jamie Dimon is great, right? So obviously he's the CEO behind JP Morgan Chase. I think his leadership is great, but I think that's also reflected in the financials. I mean, there's a lot of different business units, etc., coming from JP Morgan. I would definitely recommend you to check all of those out because you have a lot of different, like I said, different units. So you have a lot of different financials, but the financials behind JP Morgan are great. Again, great leadership in my opinion. I like to invest in companies with great leadership. And, as a bank, this price action has been absolutely phenomenal, right? It has done incredibly well since October 2022, and it's also trading higher than those highs we made in February. Then outside of that, I also see this as a little bit of a hedge for the possibility that they're going to that the inflation rate is going to be more persistent, which I don't think is fully priced in. So if that happens, or if they're going to cut interest rates too soon, which is also a possibility with the current pressure, I think this will do great as well. Now, the last one is a company that's from where I'm from. That's ASML. All right. Now, ASML is not a chip maker; it is a chip machine manufacturer. Right. So they make the machines that make chips. Amazing company. Now, like I said, my personal bias for ASML is that it's from the company from the country that I'm from. Right. So this is a Dutch company. But it's also an amazing company, right? This has a massive technological moat. There are competitors, of course, but none of them as big as ASML. I think that's great. They're positioned in a market that will grow, and that is already massive, right? I mean, chips will 100% be here for the next 50 years. And ASML, like I said, at this point of time, seems to have not cornered the market, but seems to have gained a good market share in that. And in that is an amazing company. Now, one of the key reasons why it's been relatively bearish since July 2024 is that there's quite a lot of fear, right? I mean, first of all, with tariffs between the EU and the United States, that's something that's pushing the price down lower. There's been export restrictions for China that have been imposed by the United States, which also have an effect on ASML. There have been some more, the financials are also not very stable. They're very, so sometimes they get some massive orders, sometimes they don't. They stop reporting quarterly, so that's also a bit of, that causes fears. But I like that. I like when there's a lot of fear. That's pushing the price down lower. So personally, I'm already buying this right now in this range. I think we could fall down lower into 500, maybe even into this level here at 425. But ultimately, this industry will stay, and I think ASML has a beautiful positioning within that. So those are three companies, three stocks that I think you need to at least be aware of, need to keep an eye on. I will keep you updated on these as well, but for now that's it. So let me know if you want more videos like this. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and bye.